Right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has three options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11.
At the 39-yard line.
Here's Tannehill. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
57 Mike. 57 Mike. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. It's the fullback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Right back to Moss. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Over the middle, complete. That's Underwood. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. From his goal line here, Tannehill. He'll fire deep downfield. He's got a man. Complete. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Pass interference. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
So now Tannehill leading his crew to the line to go for 2. Now Tannehill, and unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I know we could sit up here
33.
and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation,
To kick off.
somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurting this month. No, okay.
The Patriots ready to get the football back. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
He gets it left side to Johnson. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. So he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catches. Hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Shelling through the defense and out of bounds across the 15-yard line.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching him, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
4. And it's third down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Off play action. Tillman. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back now in Houston. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, Tillman firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Tillman's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. From the gun, Tillman. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Operating from the gun, Tillman. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Man, that will bump the lead up to 26. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
New England trying to get a place on offense. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Throwing on first down. Tillman. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Looking to throw on second down. Tillman, throw left side, complete. That's Johnson.
Tillman's pass.
Call it a gain of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Pick up on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Tillman. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TV.
Touchdown.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Successful. That makes the score Texans 48.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Who that? Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Throwing after the interception. Tillman looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson.
Tillman's pass.
7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
On 1st down, Tillman, screenplay, Johnson. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning.
To number 28. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 2.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw on 2nd down, Tillman. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And this is caught at the 8. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1.
Defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal.
59. Lights 50. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day.
Operating from the gun. Tillman looking in zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Tillman. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this,
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. The Texans have got it, but he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
So even when they get a touchdown in this game, which hasn't really been a stellar contest for them, they can't even cap it off and kick the extra point.
Yeah, just not a whole lot going right for them in this game.
I know that when they get into film, this is going to be Exhibit A about how this game went for this team. Oh, we finally scored. Can't even kick the extra point.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big-time play there for the Texans. 55 yards. Throwing now, Tannehill. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And 10.
Again, Tannehill. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
On 1st and 10, Tillman, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Looking to throw. Tillman, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. From the gun, Tillman looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Throwing on 1st down. Tillman, he's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
On the deep ball. It's now.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a and that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
48. Patriots.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Texans, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins.